McIlroy will have to give this putt a little more pop in it because that ball is right up against the collar. It does break to the right. People have been coming up short.
Bounced on him.
It's so hard to hit that hard enough. It's so difficult. Morikawa hit that putt on his line. Really great stroke. I love the way he gets set with that putter grip. Keeping that consistent every time is so important when it comes to aiming the putter correctly and getting it rolled on that line. It's so key when you're playing a difficult golf course like Sawgrass and you have a speed putt. You're giving yourself tap-ins. It puts such little stress on the putter and gives you so much more confidence, frees you up, just knowing that if you get on the green, you're confident that you can make a two-putt par.
How do you separate those in your mind? If you go through such a good process, do everything you want to do, and yet the outcome is over the back of the green where you can't really be.
Practice.
Okay.
It's just going through those situations multiple times, getting frustrated, learning how to deal with frustration. For some players, you get it out. We saw Emiliano Grillo slam a club earlier. Sometimes you just have to get out the frustration and then you can move on.
Clark talks a lot about his mental game. This is a perfect example for him to tell himself, this was just the bounces in the wrong direction for me. I got to shake it off and go to the next hole. Must give Spieth so much confidence coming off of the wrist surgery in August, doing a bunch of rehab to be able to swing a little freer with the irons. That's the one hole in his game that he's needed to get back on track, which makes the most sense because you're coming into the ground with a lot of impact.
How about that start for Rory?
McIlroy got off to a quick start yesterday. He's a player that feeds off of the crowds. He makes birdies early. It just gives him so much momentum.
This event is the signature event for the players. It's why they put their name on it. You've been here before. What do you think?
I love the Players' Championship. It is so exciting. Not only the pressure that it allows for the players coming down the stretch, it does not favor any kind of player. It's not a bomber's paradise like we see with other courses on tour. You have to shape the ball a lot. That's what I'm most excited to see this week. The most impressive person yesterday is not at the top of the leaderboard. That was Justin Thomas shooting the 62, a 16-shot difference after the 78 yesterday. JT achieved one of the hardest mental hurdles to overcome in golf, and that is flipping the switch. When you shoot a bad score, 78, it's so easy to second guess yourself, think, what am I doing wrong? Can I overcome this hurdle? JT was able to remove that internal noise and tell himself, I can go play like the two-time major champion that I am. I loved comparing the difference between Rory McIlroy and Lucas Glover yesterday. Glover, a player who doesn't hit it that far, very methodical, hit 11 fairways. Rory only hit 4 fairways, but still managed to be only one shot difference of Lucas Glover. It just shows that at TPC Sawgrass, it is so important to have your iron game on and being able to convert when you're out of position.
It's been a very eventful first 3 days of this Players' Championship. What's jumped out at you?
The wind. The wind was so challenging yesterday. Gusts to up to 35 miles an hour. The players that were in the top 10 coming into the third round, only 2 of them were under par. That's JJ Spaun, who's leading this tournament by 1, and Lucas Glover, who is 3 shots back. 2 players that really impressed me yesterday were some of the alternates coming into this week, Bud Cauley and Danny Walker. They both shot 6 under yesterday, and that's with players that were shooting well over par. Will Zalatoris was right there in contention with the lead and made a quad coming down the stretch.
Jason Day has a short birdie putt on the par 5 8th. 4 under par right now for Day. This would move him to 5 and just 3 shots back of Justin Rose. Putter back and through, ball on its way and knocks it right in the center of the cup. Jason Day, don't count out the former world number 1, moves to 5 under par headed into the 9th. This 240-yard par 3 sets up well for McIlroy because he hits it high. This is a 4-iron for McIlroy, who's set up for a little cut here. This will help get the ball to sit a little bit softer as he takes one last look at the target. Great opportunity for McIlroy, who earned the tee box back on the 4th. This is starting to the right and moving back towards the flag on a really good line. Just left of the hole location, McIlroy with 10 feet for birdie at the 4th. Putting back up the hill for McIlroy for birdie. Breaking left to right, aiming just outside the cup. McIlroy ball on the way, breaking to the right, and it lips in on the left side. Fist bump for McIlroy. He moves to 12 under and now leads by 3 over DeChambeau.